this past week you talked a little bit about how important each department is in this process, including regulatory affairs and quality.
Yeah.
So give us a little perspective on that.
I love regulatory and quality, certainly near and dear to my heart. So I think, look, first, regulatory affairs. If you don't have a strong regulatory affairs department, then you're going to have challenges getting access to patient populations and bringing your products that bring strong clinical outcomes to market. You're never going to get up to bat, so to speak. So how it affects the P&L is certainly a factor, and I think it's really interesting. The year before the pandemic, we had conversations with a pretty large global company that needed multiple regulatory affairs positions. Some of those positions had stayed open 6 to 8 months, and they still had not filled those positions. And so in that conversation, I respectfully told them I thought that they were looking at things a little bit short-sighted in terms of the ability to have autonomy and where they wanted to pay. They wanted to pay like maybe 10-15% below the market.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Which good luck, right? We've obviously done a lot of surveys and studies relevant to what people are looking for, and the market. Most regulatory affairs professionals, certainly in medtech, are being reached out to for a new opportunity. Probably 70-75% from the data that we've seen, once a day to once a week.
Oh yeah.
So they have a lot of options. So I was having this conversation with them about they had a new product they were hoping to get on the market the next year that was millions and millions of dollars of revenue. They'd already hired 12 sales reps, or in the process. I think they hired 9 of the 12. Well, what happens if there's an issue with procedure, which is a big part of when they get, when submissions from the FDA get sent back, a certain box isn't checked off or information isn't in the right place, which delays the process, or there's a challenge in communication with, emotional intelligence is huge, de-escalation in regulatory affairs, that delays that process. Now all of a sudden you have reps that can't sell a certain product. It affects their bonuses, it affects the company's P&L. Yeah. And that conversation, they were like, oh, we never really thought about it that way. But I think it's critical. Secondly, you look at quality. Quality is so important, and how I think what drives a company, and whether it's R&D and innovation, is quality a strong pillar in what's important to them? Are they sales and marketing driven? Those things are so important, but you have to look at, in terms of supply, you have to look at not only your revenues now, but again, the long game.
Yes.
You look at, Philips, last year, I think at the beginning of the year, they had 5.5 million ventilators and sleep equipment, CPAPs and BiPAPs, okay, that were recalled. And so it's one thing if you get a warning letter or you have an issue and you have to take that product off the market and you cannot sell until you fix that, you make the warning letter, you remediate it, right?
Yeah.
But in this situation, you can't get semiconductors. Not only do they have to recall, but they can't replace the products. Yeah. So how does that, obviously it's a huge effect on your P&L, but and your future revenue, but that black eye in the marketplace too, and how you're viewed is certainly important as well. So it's that famous saying, right? It's a lot easier to change your oil. If you have kids, you try to tell them to take care of the car. It's easier to change the oil than it is to replace the engine. So
yes.
Regulatory and quality are huge, not only in the right now to mitigate risk, but also in terms of future costs.